because there has been talk of railroading in almost every game ever.
Oh my god.
And
All right.
today we are talking about IoTing, funnily enough.
Who knew? So
I'm
Go
Jinx.
ahead.
I'm AA. I am very off it right now because I'm a dumbass and I've been playing Starbound for far too much time for the past few days.
I'm Omega. I'm the one who chose this topic and wrote the questions. So if you hate it, you can just burn me at the stake. I will be available for all burning after the show.
We're going to do it regardless.
I'm Tayo/To, depending on how you want to pronounce it. You know who I am, I think, by now.
Yeah, an African nation.
Yeah. That.
And I'm James. I said like 2 things last time, so this is basically my first podcast.
Right. And
I think
go ahead.
I think he spoke more then than he did the entire last time.
I think so, actually.
Probably.
We have to go back and count the seconds. So
Plural seconds?
Right. So I guess we can open up with I think that covers the introduction. There's no real reason to overdo it. We can go over what's new. And I think only one I'll double check, but I think only one thing is new. And that is my thing, actually.
Well,
Ooh.
IoT 19 also started officially. That's kind of new too.
That counts. I'll say that counts. I guess also a couple a CYOA or two, and a few other games. Does anyone want to head this discussion, or will this be me?
Well, I mean, I don't really follow the COAs, but I can talk about 19, I guess. So it's, well, a classic IoT. And the interesting thing about it of 19 compared to the previous classic IoTs is that the UN is getting a lot of focus in terms of mechanics. We all voted on who would be members of the Security Council. I believe the vote just finished today. And it's going to apparently have a lot of mechanics to it. And it's going to have actual teeth compared to just the previous UNs. I'm very interested to see where this is going on. I still kind of don't like how the stats are organized, but hopefully that'll be fixed sometime in the future.
The UN is awful. Down with UN.
Woo.
The UN sucks.
I am playing as a very undemocratic, theocratic country in the Middle East, so yeah.
Well, I'm Poland, and as we all know, Poland is the bastion of democracy in these modern times, as it is in this game.
Knee Han, best knee and Han.
Cascadia were great.
Right, now that we've gotten our national showboats out of the way, I'm looking forward to the game in terms of pretty much pure nostalgia. I noticed there are quite a few like returning countries from previous like popular I guess just popular countries, quote unquote, like of particular people. I don't know how to phrase this.
I really only see Byzantium, to be quite honest. A lot of the other nations are new.
I just want more memes, man.
Poland and Argentina is definitely not new.
Suds is back.
It's Chile,
But I
not
mean,
Argentina.
I
Same
think
thing.
you'll see, according to my map, you are wrong, and I am totally in Argentina.
Right.
Argentina is that little strip of land to the west of Chile.
I'm not going to cry for you either way, just saying.
We've got a whole thread for that
And I'm playing a returning country, and I know Mosher's playing as Angola. We have not revitalized our glorious Crusader communist alliance, I guess. That was a fun time in multiplayer. But anyways, so yeah, we have that. We have that starting. It's already like I believe it's over 20 pages long. I'll double check that. Oh, it's almost at its 20th page. So yeah, that's a big thing. I guess I'll talk about my game for a split second. My game, Who Among Us, is now out for the public to join. Please do. It's basically Beyond Earth meets Stellaris meets with some Alpha Centauri inspiration. I'm basically pulling out mechanics and themes from those games into a text-based forum game. I don't really like. Other than that, I don't really have anything else to say. That wouldn't like. Yeah, I'm not really sure what else to say about it other than those things. If anyone
Is it
has
as
any
bad as
questions,
Beyond Earth?
I don't think Beyond Earth is, at least with the expansion, is terrible. I just really like the setting of Beyond Earth though. The setting above everything else is what gets me with the game.
That's
Isn't
fair.
the setting objectively worse than Alpha Centauri's though?
I don't actually know. I came to sit before after Alpha Centauri ran its course, and I've been told that it did not age well. So I still haven't actually played Alpha Centauri. I've just been like reading up on it mostly.
The lore for AC is just absolutely amazing. I've never played it, and I'm enthralled in it. Free drones for life, by the way.
I still don't dislike Beyond Earth's lore though. I think it's pretty cool. Each kind of planet type has its own implications in terms of the lore too. So, Anyways, so if you want to check that out, head on over there. Like I'm featuring a tech tree that is also like unlockable over time. Pretty much 3 unique tech paths that can connect similarly to if you played Beyond Earth's tech, but it's a little bit more it's a little bit more absolute. I get not absolute, but rather the amalgamation techs will be very implicating, I guess. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about that. If you have any questions, deliver them to me, and I will answer them to my best ability.
Can I be Pokemon?
No.
You said yes
Digimon?
last time.
What, last time when?
Your last space game.
That was entirely different.
This just got really awkward, to be quite honest.
Well, no one's really talking, so
Yeah.
Can I play as Pokemon?
no one can play as Pokemon.
Can your mom play as Pokemon?
Jesus Christ.
Okay. So, when do you think you're gonna start?
Probably within the next week, pending on everyone getting their stuff in. Yeah, like within the next week, I think I'll be launching. I already started up on the update. People can still join though. I'm not barring any joins up until like I'm pretty much almost done the update. So yeah, I'm planning pretty much on either Saturday, Sunday of this next. Basically, let me check the calendar real fast. The 30th/31st is my planned launch date.
Okay. Yeah, I'll probably join before the week's over, but I haven't even looked at the rules yet, so I don't really know what's going on.
Yeah, you probably have to look at the rules in order to join. I would say.
Yeah, I just have been a lazy motherfucker.
And no one was
as I
surprised.
tend to be. Yeah.
You're not lazy in Starbound.
I'm a really weird variety of lazy when it comes to Starbound. Like, well, let's not derail the topic.
Yeah. One last thing for the what's new, because my mind just kind of got back to it. Uh, Last week, I also proposed my own IoT. Probably wouldn't be up until next year, like 2017 next year. It's a Zelda IoT, and it's supposed to be focused a lot on eternal mechanics along with international relationships, kind of like what I talked about a bit in the first podcast, which is why I'm bringing it up here. I would really love a co-mod for it, so if you're interested, just hit
Yes,
me up.
I will co-mod if that is okay.
I mean, I guess if AA, do you really have much experience running a game? I don't
I
mean that.
think I've run 2 games, and uh, they were the only reason they died is because I didn't know how to handle combat. So I just gave up, and no one would really tell me what the hell to do.
Well, that's kind of why I want a co-mod, because I want somebody to do the stats stuff. I kind of can do the art.
I could maybe figure it out. I'll just have to steal someone's combat system.
How about we discuss this at a later point?
That's a good idea.
Okay, well, if no one has anything to say about what's new, I guess we can move on to the meat of today. Who is an IoTer?
Me.
Me.
Yeah. So that would be like, I guess, common traits we all share, though, not just a list of IoTers, because we have that. It's called the Argentina frequent posters.
Yeah. What got me to propose this specific sub question is that some point last week, Tara decided to do kind of like a political poll of all the people. We all did the political compass test, and the results are pretty shocking to me. We all kind of fell not just within the same quadrant, but really in the same cluster of quadrant. We're all pretty far into the left libertarian section of the political chart, and as Tony tried to apply when he was kind of iffy about me bringing this up, I'm not trying to say that every person who's a left libertarian is an IoTer, but I just find it very interesting that we have like very similar political beliefs, even if we don't necessarily get along politically all the time.
I want to say that's a symptom of, I it's interesting in its own way, but I also think that it's heavily biased, I guess, because like being on the internet is, I believe the internet is a lot more. You'll find a lot more like left leaning people on the internet than you would right leaning people. And,
Go to 4chan.
Well, 4chan is full of shit posters, so.
Go to Reddit.
So is IoT.
Well, yes, okay, fair enough. But like, I'm saying that like,
Like-minded groups of people tend to congregate around one thing or the other.
Perhaps.
Yeah, I gotta
Yeah.
go with AA. Every community ends up becoming a echo chamber in its own way in terms of what we value, and I mean it's not even so much politics either. I mean a lot of us in IoT I've noticed tend to like not have healthy family relationships. I mean I don't. My boyfriend doesn't. I wouldn't say Tara does. NC doesn't really get along with his extended family, etc., etc. Kind of like a support mechanism for each other in a way.
I could see that. I could see like I think that's a big thing to do with that is like the chat in itself like kind of promotes that sort of thing because of the existence like because there is a like a base amount of people that have that. It's sort of like what you said about like it's kind of like the thing we said about the echo chamber, except like it's applied in a different like way, I guess. Like because of the existence of people with a bad family background, it'll kind of attract people with the same thing because of like like support, I guess. Yeah, I think I said that right.
I get you, man. Yeah.
That's an interesting theory. That would also explain why we're very gay on here, as Sivo always likes to point out.
Yeah, I'm like the gayest straight person you'll ever meet.
I don't know. I don't know what to say about that one. I do like. I recognize that many IoTers are of like, well, what's the LGB that range of letters. I don't remember the exact like full
LGBT.
Yeah, I was gonna like the whole thing with the Q and the all those, but yes, that. I note that. Yeah, acronyms do suck, as A just pointed out. Yeah, like I've noticed that as well. I think that also I think it just all applies to like the what Double A said, like-minded people like come together, and I think that can also pretty much mainly be seen like, well, maybe not actually. I'm not thinking about it. I was gonna say maybe like it's a chat thing, but now that I think about it, many past IoTers have also been in that same like camp, like Tanny and TK. So yeah, I think this all like kind of points to the whole like-minded people come together. Though there will be outliers. A good example in a political standpoint is like Christos. He's like I think he's the most politically different of the traditional IoTers. I think.
Geo.
Huh?
I think Geo would be the biggest outlier, seeing that he's like from the
Who?
1500s.
Who?
Geosha, the very Catholic Australian guy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I always thought it was Jeho.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's a fair point. That's a fair point. I haven't seen him in a while, so I guess he's out of mind. Yeah. Like, but
Yeah,
he's not.
I don't know if he's doing anything besides Ninja Dude's Nest.
I suspect that he is in the South American jungles purging heathens. Anyways,
Man, Sivo.
yeah, there are also outliers like that guy, the Catholic dude, Christos. I'll throw a Nuka in here as well, although he's I guess a newer part of IoT.
I count him.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah, I think I finished my point there. Like, I do believe that community groups will attract like-minded people, but there will. But I wonder to what degree, though. Is that true? Because of those outliers.
Yeah, like it's kind of really interesting just how similar we all are. Like like-minded people, I totally agree with what you said, but it gets to the point where it just starts to become really uncanny.
Hmm. Perhaps. Like, what kind of implication do you think that holds?
Well, I mean, it could just be luck. I mean, honestly, that's what I think it is. I don't really think there's anything bigger than just the fact that we're pretty all damn lucky. But not a moose. We're not mooses that are lucky.
Thankfully.
Okay, I need to bail. I'm sorry I have to do this, but goodbye.
All right.
See ya.
Oh well. Okay then. Does anyone have any like additional thoughts on that? I guess.
JC, you haven't really spoke much.
I mean, like, I guess what I've been thinking has really been covered.
All right, I guess we can move on to the next topic then. What makes us stick around as the community? We kind of already addressed this accidentally, but oh, Ninja Dude is speaking on our little thing. Hi, Ninja Dude. Oh, okay, that was very important information that had to been said immediately. Anyways, so what makes us stick around as a community? One thing that I think really makes us stick around is just by how much we're there for each other. Like you guys, I can't stress enough how much you probably are the reason why I'm still alive. That I just haven't, myself. I know it's kind of bleak to say that, but it's kind of like the only friends I really have.
Oh, that's heavy. In I guess in terms of myself, I think the community itself like kind of supports itself in that capacity. But personally, I just kind of generally like it. That's the biggest reason I stick around. I simply like IoT. That's why I chose to become the moderator for it. Like it's
Chill.
Chill.
But seriously though, like I that's the it enables me in some ways, but it's mostly because I just enjoy playing the games and hanging with the crowd. JC, why do you keep coming back?
All my friends during the summer have jobs, so you guys are like where I come back to, I guess it seems like.
Unemployed life FTW.
We're your side bitch. That's what you're saying.
Well, I mean, like, I've played in like 2 IoTs total, so I guess I'm around more in the community than I am playing games. So it's like the opposite side from where you're playing a lot of the games, and that's why you stick around.
Okay, fair enough. Um, if anyone's listening has their own input on this topic, like what makes you stick around, uh, be sure to like comment into. No, I'm kidding. But make sure to like let us know, and we'll share it on here for the world to see. Mostly just the same crowd that you're talking to on chat, but
We
the
have some
world.
outreach in OT. I've been kind of posting our videos there. I've been showing it to Contra and Pacifics because kind of wanted input on her over my voice and whatnot.
Okay, I actually didn't know that. That's cool. So yeah, if anyone has any has any input on this, be sure to let us know. Um, does anyone have anything else to say about that point? What makes you stick around?
Well, everybody is pretty friendly too. Like we don't really have much jerks in our community. The people who were jerks in the past, I'm just going to keep them anonymous. We kind of like shoved them out, kind of like cleaned house, compared to like Ness, in which they're the people which I heard they dislike end up actually kind of becoming the community leaders, creating what it's like a hostile environment for people.
I have I have no idea about that. It sounds like something an ex Nestor would have to talk about. Maybe we can bring up that point next week as well.
I mean, I was kind of on Nest for a while when I was kind of like hating you guys for a bit, and I kind of saw it firsthand, and it's a very true observation. I mean, again, I'm going to keep names anonymous, but Nest, like hashtag Nest, is a pretty hostile environment if you're not within the in crowd. Luckily, I was when I was there because I was the cool kid who was denouncing IoT, so they kind of like I was kind of like their model citizen, until I got in a fight because some person called me a tranny, and I didn't like that. And after that, I kind of hated them and left.
That's a fair, that's fair.
Indeed. Um, I've only had very limited interaction with Nesters in general. Like I went to hashtag the Nest like once or twice, and both times that I was there, I pretty much felt pretty much ignored, which I didn't really care. I didn't really care for. I just kind of just popped in to see like how it was. Um, so yeah, I don't really have much to say about their chat community, as it were. Um, but I can like I think IoT is generally a pleasant place to be when things aren't needlessly complicated. Um, I hope that drama in general will come down. It doesn't happen too often, but it happens often enough that it is a little distracting. But generally, I guess I spend a good amount of my time on chat and on the forums, so I think it's evident that I like it. Yeah.
There's one thing I just want to correct myself. It was trap, not tranny. I kind of misspoke there. It was kind of burning at me. Sorry.
Yeah, sure. um, so yeah, I guess we'll move on. This podcast wasn't planned on being entire. I don't think it was planned on being entirely like as long as the last one. Um, so how has IoT affected us personally?
Well, I mean, I got a story if nobody wants to speak right now. That's, I'm sure, already.
Sure, go ahead.
Right. So IoT is kind of the reason why I accept myself as being trans in its own unique way. It dates back to 2014, back when XIV was still in the rage. As you guys know, the nation I played was France, specifically the Women's Republic of France, which was, a feminazi state essentially. And a lot of people were pretty disturbed how in character I got into it, and in many ways it was just kind of me just trying to like deal with my gender dysphoria issues. It was a way to get them on paper, or I guess text, not really physically paper, and just show off what I was feeling without actually necessarily saying what I was feeling. And some people caught on because near the end of the game, I was talking to NC, and he kind of like asked me privately, if I was trans, if there was anything up, and I couldn't just like lie to him. And I mean, I would lie to myself for all of those years, but I just liked him too much to just not say that there was nothing wrong with me. So I kind of fessed up, and he was really the one who got me like the courage to like accept me for who I am, rather than just trying to hide it.
And then, did FemIoT come out before or after XIV?
After, it was actually in response to 14. It was It was kind of like a joke, kind of like, oh, what if the world actually worked like France said it did? That was kind of the joke.
That's really cool though. Really nice story. Um, I personally like I haven't had like a huge like I feel I maybe I should have talked first because nothing I can say really amounts to that and I know it. um, I like IoT hasn't like deeply affected me personally. It's affected me in like any social interaction. I believe like affects a person. Like I don't think people walk out of like any social interaction without something new in their mind now. At least most times, I would say. But in given that I've been on IoT for years, I would say that it has definitely affected me. But probably more like subtly. And I guess it also works as a kind of release because I think I'm probably more genuine on like IoT chat than I am with like anyone in real life. Like I kind of remove a filter on IoT chat that like would exist for anyone I talk to that I know in real life, including like my best friend. Um, because like it would probably be really awkward like talking about certain things with like pretty much anyone I know in real life at this moment. But like on IoT chat, it's like it's a culmination of me knowing like all of you guys for years and um, I guess my so like my kind of general I guess viewpoint on like my internet places. What are they called? And like I don't know the words for it, but I hope like I kind of got the point across. Um, so yeah, like I think it affected me in a more subtle, passive way rather than like kind of like your story where it was a huge it's a huge deal. Um, but yeah, I think it definitely has impacted like how I've developed over the years.
Yeah, I mean, I agree exactly what you said, saying that we're more open here than in real life. I've been trying to like make an effort to be as honest to my friends as I've been here in recent memory. Like I started trying to talk about, voucher and whatnot because that actually is kind of a big deal in itself too. But like I definitely there's things I say to you guys that could never possibly dream of really saying to people outside of it. And I also agree that, it influences us in ways that aren't as immediately obvious as oh my God, I'm trans. Like, for example, like I feel like I've become more left wing just by talking to you guys because you guys really been like when I first came here, I was probably like a LOL libertarian, and I still very do identify as libertarian, but I've kind of refined it. I'm not maybe so much of an edge lord with it.
I can actually like attest to that. Like my political landscape has probably changed a bunch into a more, I guess, realistic version of what I was developing over the course of my, I guess, political. I don't know how to call all this, but like, yeah, I totally see where you're coming from with that. Like, I consider myself a lot more like before I would consider myself pretty much an edgy communist, but now like I can I don't think that I'll just say I don't believe in what I did before. I guess like I'm a lot more level-headed in terms of my political beliefs. I think now. I don't think I was all that before. Yeah. James, have you any input on this?
I mean, it's hard to top Megan's story, but like, I guess so. I grew up in like a really small like farming town for most of my life. So like, and getting on like into IoT and stuff, like I met people like across the worldview stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's very interesting when we get people like Rios who lives in Indonesia or Tony who lives in Bulgaria, which are very different from Western societies, and just hearing like their stories. Kind
Yeah,
of like,
definitely. Go ahead. Sorry.
no, I was just going to say it puts like issues that we have in perspective.
Yeah, definitely. That's kind of like a general like internet thing, I think. But it's I guess in this particular forum, it is thanks to IoT because like these specific people are who we get a lens with how their lives go. We actually had a pretty neat discussion about like the implications on like government forms and like how the West perceives certain government forms as good and bad and such. Yeah, it's all really interesting. I would say that's another thing that like I gained from IoT. It's that like different perspective for sure. Sounds like everyone's had their words in for this. I guess we could start with closing statements if you have any.
We're missing the best topic, number 6.
If you, is that what we're gonna go? Like, is that this week's shit tier ending?
No, I'm kidding.
For any of you wondering, because now that JC mentioned it, you're all broiling with anticipation. A joke topic was, why is Bulgaria best Balkan nation, and how can we make the continent great again? So yeah, inbox us your answers, and we'll show that in the next podcast. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow us on Twitter. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, go ahead.
We need to build a wall, T.O., and we need to make the Byzantines pay for it.
Jesus Christ. I think that'll do it for our shit tier ending that we have pretty much every week now. Is this gonna be the IoT podcast thing? Just end every podcast with the worst possible thing you can think of that week. I'm taking that silence as a yes. So
I mean, it's the best part of the show.
It is.
It probably is. That's the saddest part. That's the saddest part, really. It probably is too. Right. So hopefully we'll see you guys next week. Who knows if it's gonna be the same time or even the same day. We are not very good at planning this stuff. But yeah. See ya.
Bye.